Okay, we are live, everyone. Hello, welcome back to this to another live stream. And today we are doing just a Q&A to just talk movies because that's what I do here, and also just a subscriber celebration because I finally made 800. And I'm warning you, if someone just tries to be the smart aleck and intentionally unsubscribes just to embarrass me on here, you're dead. Yeah, but anyway, as soon as we get some people in here, we shall start this up. I shared this on Letterboxd and on my community tab, so most people should be seeing it soon. Okay. Okay, here we go. So if you guys have a YouTube channel, I would definitely say to please share this so I can get some people in here, because hopefully the sharing it on Letterboxd will work and sharing it on my community tab. But if it doesn't, I would really appreciate the share. Dimension Scott, congratulations. Thank you. Happy I finally made it. I actually can turn this into something that I've been trying to go a bit more full time with, and not really doing it, but I've been getting some more videos out. I actually made 2 videos the same day: the Saw ranking, and then the video that you guys will see on Friday. It's been scheduled for a little bit. I did the Saw ranking. I published, or no, I scheduled that one. Then I did the ranking of something that you guys will see on Friday that has already been made. Okay. So if you guys hear any background noises, but definitely should get some more rankings out. Maybe some more, like, maybe just go back and do a bit more older rankings, like just trying to remaster some of the older ones, like a Rambo ranking, maybe a Die Hard ranking, just more newified and more fresh thoughts on them. Just re-binge those franchises of Rambo and Die Hard, even though I kind of already did that with Die Hard. Man, that 5th one was rough. And maybe do it to Indiana Jones as well. I'm going to try and see Raiders in theaters, so I'll probably just, after I'll do Temple of Doom, we'll watch Raiders in theaters, because Temple of Doom chronologically takes place before Raiders. But maybe that'll be coming in the future. Jaws ranking, which I know will be rough because 2 is supposed to be the best of the sequels, bar none. And I'm not a big fan of 2. I've got like halfway through it. It is just such a blatant rehash, just so mediocre as a rehash. But yeah, if you guys are in here, hit that like button. It helps out a lot. And subscribe if you are not already. Although, what are you doing here if you are not subscribed? Shame on you. And please be sure to share this on your community tabs. If you guys have YouTube channels, it helps out a lot. Okay. See if this Letterboxd thing has got any. I've gotten 1 like, but so far not too much. Hopefully we get some more people. Okay. We got Connor in here. Sup, Ledger? Hey, man, how are you doing? Thank you for being here. Sorry about that. Okay. I'm just going to add something to a Letterboxd list I have right now. If you guys follow me on Letterboxd, you can see that list. It really does do it. Letterboxd is just a really fun thing that I like. I'll get some more people in here. I know there was one video where I got a lot of people in here, and it got really hard to answer everyone's question, which I managed to do, which was pretty impressive. Let's be honest, it was. If you guys were there, you will know that. Connor, not too bad. I'm just getting out of school right now. Good to hear it. I'm homeschooled, so I got done with school a little bit early. So, yeah, perks. Yeah, perks of being in school. I mean, there are perks of being homeschooled. Definitely fun. But definitely glad to see I have someone who's getting out of school right now, but is at least being able to make time to be here. So much appreciated. If you have your own YouTube channel, please share this. I'm trying to get some more people in here because I don't want to leave all the pressure on you to have to keep this entire how do I say this entire Q&A up by just spamming questions, which I wouldn't be blaming you for, especially considering I'm trying to not just spend the entire time narrating certain things in silence, but that would be a lot more helpful. Quick little water break. Okay. There we go. Yeah, water. The Matrix. Yeah, The Matrix will be a part of this list. You guys want to talk about awesome movies and just awesome movies to see in a theater? The Matrix is very much one you guys should see in a theater. It is it's already one of the greatest movies of all time, but seeing it in the theater is mind blowing. I saw it on its re-release and introduced several friends to it. Not several, two friends to it with their mom. I'm telling you, their mind was blown. Like, it was awesome. That is a perfect film right there. Everything about it I adore. Such a great movie. I'm definitely check it out if you're like one of the 3 people on planet Earth that has not seen it. It also has great action, like some of the practical effects and stuff look great. Everything mind-numbingly great. One of my best theater experiences, just period. Which is funny that most of my favorite theater experiences come from re-releases. You take that, my greatest theater experiences because it's my favorite film, but it's Die Hard, which I saw in the theater in December of last year. So I love that film unashamedly. You guys should know that if you guys are diehards of no pun intended, if you guys are diehard fans of my channel, you should know that. But that will not be something that a lot of people are like, oh, are you kidding me? His greatest theater experience is Die Hard when he's seen in the theater. Like, you should not be surprised by that. I love Die Hard. But I've seen The Shawshank Redemption in theaters, which is a great one. I've seen The Phantom Menace in theaters, which is a great one. Not a great one. It's a really fun one. Yeah, that's the most recent film I've seen in the theater. That and Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, which I just saw. The tier list is coming soon since I have time today. I don't have anything for the rest of the day, so I'm probably just gonna edit that video and just watch something or watch a few things so I can get some more material for rankings. That'll be fun. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Okay, Connor. I remember they had a 30th anniversary re-release for Batman 89. Oh, which I don't know why they didn't have a 30th anniversary re-release for Batman Returns, though. It usually just depends on which theater you go to. Some have re-releases for certain things, some don't. Connor, I love the first Die Hard movie. It's the only one I've seen, to be honest. Check out the sequels, except for 5, which is pretty terrible. The other ones are good. 2's great. I love 2. That's the top 100 of all time for me. I think I love that one. I know it's a remake of the first film, basically, but I love the first film. So, and the With a Vengeance is a fantastic film. That's a top 50 for me, I think. Yeah, top 50. I love that film unashamedly. 4 is probably the weak link, but I still also love it. That on some days could probably be a top 100 as well. It's a great film. I love it. Again, love that quadrilogy. It's Die Hard's one of my favorite movie franchises of all time. I just consider it a quadrilogy. Yeah. Wish it didn't have to be considered a quadrilogy and was just a quadrilogy, but no. They had to make that thing. Oh man, that has got to be one of the biggest diminishing returns I have ever seen. Man, you want to talk about films where you can tell like no one gave a flip? That is A Good Day to Die Hard is one of them. Like, it is such a terrible sequel. I could not believe it. Connor, I've seen a little bit of the second one, but not much. Again, check it out. If you find somewhere to watch it, definitely check it out. It's worth it. Again, rehash, but a fun rehash. Connor, my favorite movie franchise is probably Star Wars. That's my favorite too. Die Hard's one of them, but I would go Star Wars. Even if they cannot just stop churning and burning with them, which basically they have been doing with Star Wars, and it's just breaking my heart as a diehard fan of Star Wars. But the new show, The Acolyte, they actually played a clip of it, so I got to see part of it early. They play as when I went to the Phantom Menace on the re-release, they showed a fight scene from The Acolyte. So I got to see that in surround sound on a very big screen in the theater. Trust me, guys, it's awesome. You guys are gonna like it. It's a really well choreographed fight. Yeah, it's again, I'm hoping that it's gonna be really good and not let's say kind of Ahsoka 2.0 because I wasn't a big fan of Ahsoka, but still haven't even finished that show really. I'm gonna eventually, but I wasn't the biggest fan. But again, it's a great. Hopefully, it'll be great. But the Acolyte is at least gonna have two people that play in the Matrix. You have the person that plays I'll just look at her name now. What is she? She is Carrie Ann Moss, who plays Trinity in the Matrix, and then you have Keanu Reeves, who's playing Darth Raven. I think is that his name. Yeah, I'm gonna take a look. Darth. Yeah, I think it's Darth Raven because I'm pretty sure he was announced that he's in the Acolyte. I'm taking a look. There's so many things called Matrix in his filmography, apparently, for Keanu Reeves. Which is to be expected, but still, that this is just kind of ridiculous. Oh, I can't find it. Hold on. You're not getting away from me, Acolyte. 2024. There we go. Oh yeah, Smile 2 comes out this year. Forgot about that. Interesting. Never seen the first one. I'm gonna see it probably in preparation for the sequel because I heard good things. But yeah, they might actually remove this from Letterboxd. Let me see. The Acolyte. I'm gonna put it in a voice key. Acolyte. Yeah, they removed it. I could tell they probably did that. How dare you remove that, cowards! There we go. Okay, that backfired on me, but I'm pretty sure Keanu Reeves is playing Darth Raven in that one, but hopefully I'm right. Connor says, heading out, man, but good to see you and have a good one. Thank you for being here, man. Okay. Ivana, your thoughts about No Country for Old Men. I rewatched it on since I do have time because there's not many people here, I might as well just check right now. When did I rewatch it? I know I did it recently. It was on something I had to do some. It was on a thing where I was out in a suit, basically. So that was a very exhausting night dancing. So it was on. Oh yeah, it was on May 4th. Yeah, so I rewatched on May 4th, and it is currently my second favorite film of all time. I adore that film. I love it. Anton Chigurh is fantastic. It oozes tension, and everything is just so well acted, and just I adore it. I know a lot of people prefer There Will Be Blood. For me personally, I definitely do prefer No Country for Old Men. I get the appeal of There Will Be Blood. It's not really my cup of tea compared to something like No Country for Old Men. Just none of those Texas accents. Yeah, I'm joking. But we got a bit of some storms probably coming. fantastic. Although I'm starting to drain it, so I might want to pop the brakes a little so I don't run out. But yeah, love No Country for Old Men. It's a masterpiece. I will be rewatching in the future, probably on like June 20 something. I think 29th. I'll probably try and do it. Give it another rewatch. I love the film. But great question, by the way. It's the one that I really want to talk about on this channel, but I haven't really gotten much opportunity. I think this might be the first time I've ever acknowledged. It's one of the few times on this channel that I've acknowledged that I've seen it. Frankie, how did you get 800 so quick? I do not know, to be honest. I shouldn't have, probably. But it was impressive. Let's just say that. Yeah, there we go. Ivana, have you watched Prisoners? If you don't watch the trailer, just go and watch it. I have not seen it, so. Oh, now we're starting to get some people here. Frankie, I'm one away from 2,670. I need help. If you're that close, you are. Oh no. Okay, yeah. Blackened. I can't spell that or say that, but uh-oh. I think we got someone that is a follower of Letterboxd and knows that I'm not a big fan of Reservoir Dogs, so long live Reservoir Dogs. Yeah, that had to have been a knock at me because I do not like Reservoir Dogs. I've seen all the Tarantino films. I saw The Hateful Eight for the first time yesterday to finish up Tarantino's filmography, so there will be a ranking of him coming very soon. So put that on your radar and be anticipating it. Yeah, and be sure to get that video very popular. If I can get this thing going, I could start getting paid soon. If I just get enough watch hours and enough subscribers, it could help. Film Fanatic, did you see the Rings of Power trailer? I stayed away from the Rings of Power. I'm going to see it probably eventually. I was told that it was a terrible thing that was extremely woke. So I stayed away from it. It looks terrible and looks like they are basically just remaking Lord of the Rings, just with none of the heart or anything. Not going to be good, probably. Okay. LMAO. Yeah, it's me, Liam from Letterboxd. I saw you link your channel, so I had to sub. Thank you, man. Okay, I think that means I'm at 800. I'm 1. Oh, please be at 801. And I'm checking. Oh, 800. So apparently someone unsubscribed as a joke, and then luckily Liam managed to save it. So I'll just call you Liam because I know that's what you're on Letterboxd. That's what you are called on Letterboxd. But thank you for being here. Film Fanatic. It's pretty woke, but it's based on on a different book. Figured so. But I'm gonna probably need to put up a poll soon. I'm gonna put up like something like what video would you like to see next? Like Tarantino ranked. I'm trying to think of some options. There's Tarantino ranked. Indiana Jones, Rambo, and Die Hard remastered ranking. What else? There's got to be some more. Maybe like a top 10 most disappointing movies I've ever seen, and then maybe like a top 10 favorite movie endings. Let me know, guys, down below. What is your pick for those? Which one do you guys want? What would you guys like for that? Of the ones I just mentioned, there is top 10 favorite movie. There's top 10 greatest movie endings of all. Top 10 favorite movie endings of all time. There's Tarantino ranked. Top 10 most disappointing movies I've ever seen in my life. Die Hard, Rambo, and Indiana Jones remastered ranking, so a bit more updated version of it. Put your ideas in the comments below. Well, who would you want? Which one would you like? Liam, who's your favorite director? Christopher Nolan. Yeah. I adore Nolan. He is a great director. He's one where there's only really one film I would tell you I'm not a big fan of, and that's Tenet. I think Tenet's way too confusing, so it's just not really on my wavelength. So other than that, I enjoy all of his films. I mean, Following's not terrible. It's not good. It's good. It's impressive for what he did with it. Um, so yeah, I would go Nolan, but you got some great ones in there. I mean, Cameron's in my top 3, and so is Tarantino, but you got a lot of great directors out there. So at this point, it's like choosing between children at that point. Liam, top 10 favorite movies. Since mine just radically keeps changing, I'll just tell you it'll probably change very soon. Let's see. Top 100 on Letterboxd, which you guys will not be able to get access to because sadly it is a private thing because I'm setting it to private until I get to 1,000. That is when it will go public on Letterboxd because that's when I do my top 100 favorite films of all time, which will be copyrighted to death. I'd be surprised if I could even get that video out because I'm planning to do some stuff that could really get it copyrighted. But yeah, and real quick, Film Fanatic, top greatest favorite endings of all time for me. Okay, great choice. I will put up that community tab soon so I can get some knowledge. I already have a video that has been scheduled because it's already been made. It's coming out on Friday, so you guys should be getting access to that soon. So just go for it. You're gonna have some more videos soon, so that should give me enough time to. Frankie, do you think The Fabelmans is one of the best Spielberg movies? We're doing this thing with my buddy Hasta La Vista Baby Film Kid and I, where we do a movie from every year of the century that we haven't seen. The Fabelmans is 2022 for me. I have not seen it, so hopefully I can answer that question soon when I've got it done. Okay, but answering Liam's question, 10 is Raiders of the Lost Ark, 9 is Predator, 8 is First Blood. This has every chance to go up because I'm going to watch it today. I've already started it. 7 is Terminator 2 Judgment Day, 6 is Skyfall, 5 is Pulp Fiction, 4 is Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, 3 is John Carpenter's The Thing, 2 is No Country for Old Men, and 1 is Die Hard. If I had to say so, I think it's a pretty solid top 10. I mean, not to just toot my own horn, but I don't think I have any stinkers in there. Although there's a lot that people could pick at me for in my top 100 alone. Especially near the bottom. There's a couple on there that people could get very angry on. Film Fanatic, I follow you on Letterboxd. We are mutual. Win for Dawn. I'm gonna watch The Thing soon. Definitely check it out, dude. You want to talk about great practical effects? The Thing does it better than probably any other movie. Period. The practical effects look fantastic and just make the film so much more terrifying. It is a great film and is genuinely one of the most terrifying of all time. It's not like one that I was afraid to sleep at night after watching, but there's very few films that can do that to me, if none. So I'll definitely say that's a great film. And Dawn, of course, is fantastic. It's probably T2 when I finish it. T2's most likely going to overtop it, and so will Skyfall. Probably, actually, no. I saw Skyfall recently. If enough, I'm probably going to move Skyfall up because I love Bond. I'm a Bond fanatic. Now I need to change this. So 4 favorites on Letterboxd: Die Hard, No Country for Old Men, John Carpenter's The Thing, and Skyfall. It's definitely a visually stunning film. Liam, what do you think? What do you think of Stanley Kubrick? This is gonna be a lot hard for a lot of people to hear. I have not seen, I don't think, any of his films. I'll check just before I put that final nail in the coffin and set my own soul on fire and just get a lot of people trying to kill me. But I do not think I've seen any of his films. Let's check before I get myself into a lot of trouble. Oh, please tell me I've seen at least one. Please, oh, please, oh, please, oh, please, oh, please, oh, please. Okay, no, I have not. I've seen none of his films. So I can't really judge it. He seems like a very prestigious director. Of course, he did The Shining and 2001: A Space Odyssey, but I have not seen any of his films. So I can't really comment on that. Film Fanatic, who's your pick for the next James Bond? Ooh, that's a good question. I'm trying to think of who could do, because I kind of want to do what they did with Craig, because Craig is my favorite Bond. So I would love a more unknown actor to play him. So this is a difficult one. I'll ponder that while I'm reading some of the other ones. Ranking my top 15: Sonic 2, Spider-Man No Way Home, Jurassic Park, Avengers 3, and 4, Volume 1, and 3, Top Gun 2, Skyfall, Black Panther 2. Oh, Black Panther 2 is terrible. The Last Crusade, Dark Knight. Okay, Oppenheimer. Okay, not solid except for Black Panther 2, which sucked. Liam, I recommend Full Metal Jacket from Kubrick. I'll probably check it out eventually. So, yeah, but who would be a good James Bond? Maybe. I wish I could say Daniel Craig, because I want to see one of his films in the theater. If Spectre gets a re-release, because it's turning 10 next year. If it gets a re-release, I'm seeing that. But I've seen all of Craig's films, so I've seen all of his films, and I love all of them. Even Solace and Spectre, I love. I have a shirt for Solace that I've ordered that should be coming here soon. I've ordered a shirt for Solace, Skyfall, and 2 different shirts for Rambo: Last Blood. Okay. Frank, I don't know how you can hate Black Panther 2. It did the best it could to do. Good. Yeah, I know, but it was overly long and pretty boring. Although I'll definitely say the effects definitely looked better. The first film has horrendous effects. Has some of the worst CGI I've ever seen in the film period. Man. I mean, not in the film period, because I've seen some pretty terrible ones, but it did look pretty bad. I wouldn't even use the word. I wouldn't even use the word bad. It looked downright terrible. Man, that's probably the problem with the first film. It definitely just fall apart in that last act. Well, not really it's in like the boss fight. It really just goes cartoon mode. So I definitely appreciate a more serious tone film for the MCU, like Wakanda Forever. Meanwhile, you had something like Thor: Love and Thunder, which was an abomination, and I hated that film. And that in one is just so silly. It is a travesty to humanity. Do not check out Thor: Love and Thunder if you haven't. It's unbelievable. Okay, let's see how many likes we have at least. Yeah, let's get some of those. Let's check that out. Frankie, people are going to hate me. Raiders of the Lost Ark is the most overrated movie. No, it's not. The Godfather is the most overrated movie of all time. We all know that. Actually, no, it's not. Spirited Away is. One is terrible, one is just meh. That's definitely something you can say about Godfather. It's very meh. And Spirited Away was awful. I hated that film. You, if you guys have never checked out Spirited Away, don't. It's a terrible film. It's a waste of your time. Okay, 7 likes, not bad, guys. So let's keep it up. And if you guys have any questions about movies, keep asking. Frankie, I did not like it. I thought it thought it was too much violent. That I would ask what you thought of Temple of Doom. Because Temple of Doom is really gory. Yikes. That film made the art. That film was part of the thing that made the PG-13 rating. Again, if you guys have a channel, please share this so I can get some more people in here. The more the better, more the merrier. And definitely gets me a lot of questions that I can stall with answering. I think it's time for a water break. Okay, now water break time. Little time where we got a ton of questions. Now it seems like it's dying down a bit, but we'll get some more probably soon. Frankie, I hate Temple of Doom, but a lot of people don't think it's as good as one. But yeah. Frankie, the only reason why I loved Last Crusade is for being lighthearted. It's fun. Definitely the most upbeat of the bunch. You could probably argue Kingdom of the Crystal Skull for the wrong reasons with being unintentionally upbeat, but that's kind of a problem. But that is funny how just hilariously dumb it is. Yeah, cough, cough, Shia LaBeouf swinging with monkeys. Why? Just why? Don't think that was necessary. Again, that's just me, but seriously, don't. I need to rethink my method of how I get people in here. Oh, let's see. I might need to do something. I need to get a ticket to Inside Out 2 to get something. Little perk to get something, but don't really know because I don't know if I'm gonna like Inside Out 2. It looks like kind of like a, how do I say this, a Turning Red 2.0. And that is not something you want. Turning Red was terrible. Frankie, as much as I love Die Hard, I don't think it's one of the best movies ever. I don't know how Black Panther 2 then is. That film is unwatchable. Hmm. Oh yeah, Robots. I forgot about that film. That is a film that. Oh yeah, I don't like that one. Apparently, yeah, yeah, of course. But apparently, that's one that I've seen that one as a kid. But taking a look at Letterboxd, usually do that when no one's in my live streams and just like narrating stuff. But Robots is a film that I really do not like. It is from, yeah, what studio is this from? Yeah, what is it from? Let me just change the poster. Halle Berry's in it? It's from Blue Sky, apparently. Odd. Yeah, Blue Skies and 20th Century Fox. Odd pairing. I'll say that. Yeah, there we go. Frankie, what are your thoughts on Mission Impossible on the Mission Impossible series as a whole? One of the most consistent action franchises ever, except for 2 and 1, and in some ways 3, but 3 and 4 kind of set the expectation of what the franchise turned into. Frankie, you are a kid. You're not 18. Even if you're a teenager, you're still close as a kid. I have no idea what that has to do with anything, really. Okay. Whew. Yeah, I can tell that Liam and film fanatic had to leave, but that's fine. Usually gets people in for a few minutes, ask a few questions, then they have to bail. We'll just say that. Yeah, but now I'm gonna think about that question. Who should be the next James Bond? Maybe I would have said Kevin Spacey once, but he's way too old now. Yeah. So I can't do Kevin Spacey's. Yeah, hold on one second. Yeah, Kevin Spacey's in his 60s, so I can't do that. Frankie, because you said when you were a kid. Well, I mean, I am a kid. Frankie, do you think they should have left Indiana Jones' 3 movies? I do. I do not think Kingdom of the Crystal Skull and especially Dial of Destiny were necessary. They were very unnecessary and were kind of just cash grabs, which one of them succeeded. Kingdom of the Crystal Skull is the highest grossing of the entire franchise and not the worst reviewed, funny enough. For a while there, it actually was better reviewed than Temple of Doom was by one tomato on Rotten Tomatoes. But since then, I think they're now tied. I'll need to check that. But it's interesting because there's some passionate opinions on Kingdom of the Crystal Skulls. And I could really kind of go either way on sometimes. It kind of just depends on my mood. I can have fun with it. It's dumb, schlocky. It's very like the CGI looks horrendous. The special effects are unbelievably bad in some shots, especially and it has this kind of glossy look to it that I do not like, almost like a TV movie, kind of like what Scream 4 kind of has, just not as bad as Scream 4. Scream 4 has a really bad gloss filter on it or something that I have no idea what they were thinking when they added that. It makes like the night scenes very bright and really just in your face, so it's really hard to watch. But yeah, it is what it is. Seems like that storm that I had really quick, that rainstorm kind of fixed. Let's take a look. I'm gonna share this with a couple people just to get some more people. So we'll just copy the link. Always fun doing these live streams where eventually people just stop commenting or showing up. So then I have to just start narrating every single thing so people are not just watching this replay. If people still do that in silence, yeah, it's kind of sad, but hey, I'm sad too. Just share. Yeah, there we go. Just sharing it with a couple of people, trying to get at least a few more views. Maybe we'll catch on. Maybe to just share this link if they can, just to maybe give me a little bit of views. It'll definitely help me out. Yeah, share it with a few people. Oh, Peter Griffin. Of all the names that wow. Is this YouTube channel your hobby or your job? It is my hobby. I'm hoping to turn it into a job. But definitely a goal of mine to turn this into a job, get paid. And if you subscribe or if you already are subscribed, definitely something that is definitely a really fun. It'll definitely be fun making this a real life job. But Peter Griffin, great name. From a pretty fun show. That kind of goes off the rails at one point. I don't know when. I just know it does. I've seen the first season of Family Guy, and I've seen a couple episodes in season 2. I need to jump back on. I remember I enjoyed it. Frankie, keep watch Burn, Dark Knight, Indiana Jones, and Terminator. Depends on which one we're talking about for Indiana Jones, because I don't know which one we're referring to. For Terminator, I'm guessing since you just said Terminator, I'm guessing we're referring to the first one, but I don't know what you're referring to for Indiana Jones. Because I can go very specific. I just need to know which one for Indiana Jones, and if since you said Terminator, if it's the first one, then I think I already know. What's getting something? Okay, the first movie. So Raiders of the Lost Ark, the legendary adventure. Burn the heck out of the Dark Knight. It's a great film, but it has very noticeable flaws that are on display. You just need to watch the film and you will find them. So Dark Knight is burned easily. It's in my top 100, but it's not a perfect film. People need to stop acting like it is. That's when it gets kind of difficult, but it's probably pretty easy for the rewatchability part. So I will, because that's something that I really count as a score when I'm doing things like keep, watch, burn. So watch the Terminator and keep Raiders. Such a fun adventure. Such a fantastic score. Makes everything better. Why are all my friends on Letterboxd starting to just rewatch Pirates of the Caribbean? And it's not just like one; it's like several of them. I've been seeing a lot of Pirates of the Caribbean just being rewatched. It's odd. Hmm. Yeah, there we go. Frankie, I've never seen No Country for Old Men. Oh, dude, it's so good. It's a perfect film. Like, you could not find a flaw if you tried. Peter, what is your favorite genre? Good question. It really depends on my mood, to be honest. But at the moment, probably it's always the toss up between action, sci-fi, and horror. At the moment, I'm kind of leaning more towards sci-fi, to be honest, because I've started Terminator 2 and rewatched it. So right now, T2 is since I'm rewatching T2 and I'm going to be doing Blade Runner 2049 soon. I'm going to go with sci-fi. So, but action's very close. Action usually takes the number one spot in that genre, but really just again depends on my mood, which one I'm really in the mood to rewatch. So I'm gonna go sci-fi at the moment. Again, very very tough choice because I love so many movies from all three. It's just horror. Horror has by far the worst selection of sequels. You get a lot of really bad films in horror. Man, that Saw franchise has some rough ones. I'll tell you that. Trust me, when you guys get my tier list. Oh wait, no, you already have it. Then you should know if you saw my tier list, I was very much complaining about the level of quality I was enduring with some of them. Jigsaw being my fifth favorite. I still don't like Jigsaw, and it's my fifth favorite in that franchise. I don't even enjoy all of my top five. There's only 4 films in that franchise that has 10 films I enjoy, which is very pathetic. Man. And I really do not like the Hoffman saga. I really don't know what people get from that one. It's just so dumb. Yeah, let's check. Frankie, are you trying to say if I dislike the movie, it's just story voice? I don't know what story voice is. Country road, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama. Yeah, man, I love that song. It's probably my favorite song of all time. I love it. Peter Griffin, I love Saw so much because of Hoffman. No! Story wines. I think he means storylines, but where's the junior? I don't know. Hoffman, no. Is there a chance that you will ever like him? Maybe if he ever gets the reverse bear trap on him and gets a very gory and very brutal death. Maybe. But other than that, I really just don't like him. He's very unlikable. And somehow manages to keep evading death. And I hate that he gets to evade death, but so many of these characters that are much smarter than him are actually getting killed. It's just. Okay. I'm going to be on mute for 1 sec. Okay. Okay, at least somebody is. Okay, at least someone has got to have seen this. Film kid, hey, just stopping by, so have a good day. See, man. Frankie, I also like on Top of the World. Is that the one they play in Lyle Lyle Crocodile? Pretty sure it is. There we go. Right now, all I have right now to keep me company is a few stray people that are in the comments and my dog, who is on my bed. And now she's whimpering. You were the one that scratched on the door, tried to get in. Now you don't want to be in here? And of course, you're not answering. Just because you have no ability to talk does not mean that is an excuse. Hmm. Okay, now I have to go let her back out because now she scratches on my door just to want to come in, just for her to want to come out. Hold on. Peter Griffin, poor Hoffman. I hope that he will return. Did you see Terrifier or Final Destination? If yes, what is your opinion? I've seen both Terrifier 1 and 2. I saw them last week. They're in my everything I watched this week ranked. I did not like the original Terrifier at all. I really did not like that one. 2 is okay. The kills are very brutal and gory and messed up. So it's enjoyable to see that. Enjoyable is probably not the right word. Let me rephrase that. Let's rewind the clock. They're very cool to see the kills. They're very practically done, very messed up. Some of them, it's like the bedroom kill. Holy yikes! That is a gnarly kill. That is one of the most just mind-numbingly just like that is of all the kills I've seen in a horror film. That's like top 5 of ones that I would not want to experience, because I can tell you that person that got that kill, she did not have a quick death. She had a very, 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 very painful death. Trust me, I'm not over exaggerating. When you see that kill, like, it is gnarly, and it's like when you think it's gonna stop, it just keeps going. It kills like at least it has to be at least 2 to 3 minutes, maybe. Actually, no, it might be around 5 minutes long of just brutal stuff. Trust me, it is unbelievable. It's definitely one that I knew about and had seen partially before, but that's just mean of Art. That's also hilarious how Art the Clown has some of the most personality of any of the horror icons in horror, yet he never speaks a single word, and he has some of the most personality of any of them. Yeah. I really hope Hoffman will return, though. But I've never seen the Final Destination films, but Terrifier 2 it's okay, it's decent. I can watch it and have a good enough time with it, but I do think it is definitely too long. It should not have been like nearly 2.5 hours. It is definitely it definitely does drag out too long. And I do like our new main lead, and I'm happy she's coming back in Terrifier 3, which I'm very happy is kind of a more Christmas themed slasher, so that shall be fun. But overall, Terrifier 3 is not Terrifier 3. I haven't gotten to that one yet, but when it comes out, but Terrifier 2 is enjoyable enough. But again, some of the characters are also very unlikable. Mainly the mother of our main lead she's a bit unlikable. I'm not a big fan of her, and it also can really drag at certain times. But it is definitely a watchable film. It's competently made, and it has some very gnarly kills. It's not the Terrifier films are not for the faint of heart. I'll just say that. Yeesh. Asta, Yo Ledger, can you put the release date for the watch along on Saturday so I can see when? Just do it somewhat early. I can't do it actually Saturday. I'll have to probably do it to next Saturday. So not this Saturday, the next one. So I won't be able to make. Well, okay, I might not even be able to do next week, so I'll need to figure that out. I'll talk to you about that later. But if you have any questions, would definitely be needed, because I'm starting to get a little bit short on some people here. Host, I can next week. Then we might need to push it back a little bit, but I don't think I can do next week. I have to go to something. Maybe Sunday, possibly. I'll need to check my calendar. My good old Simpsons calendar. Who doesn't love the Simpsons? They're so fun. I can tell that you're probably a little bit more fond of Family Guy, Peter Griffin. Just a hunch. Yeah, but Family Guy is also fun. It's probably more consumable and rewatchable, which is funny than The Simpsons, because the humor in Family Guy is so much more dark. And when I mean dark, I mean dark. There's some really dark gags they have in there. There's like one where they make fun of the death of Heath Ledger. I do not like that joke at all. I hated that one. But I mean, I am losing love for The Dark Knight, but still, I do think that it's very much I do think it's a fantastic film. It's not my favorite Batman film, but probably because it isn't the best Batman film. We're just being honest, as a Batman film, it isn't. South Park is better than The Simpsons. I've never seen South Park. Haven't gotten onto it yet. I'm going to see it soon, but I doubt South Park will ever beat The Simpsons. Because I love The Simpsons. One of my favorite shows. Just have a lot of fun. And Homer's just so lovable, being that amazing doofus. Who doesn't love a good doofus now and then, like Homer? And just all those like constant dough, just all those great does that he does. One of the greatest trademarks from a character you could ever find. Just the moment that you think, what is the cartoon character? What is the character that says dough? You always think, yep, Homer Simpson, the famous doofus. Yeah, Simpsons is awesome. Haven't gotten to the downgrade part of it yet. I'm only around like season 8 or something, but I know it's coming. I know that the quality is going to start dipping very, very soon. But they've had a pretty good run so far, at least that I've seen. Peter Griffin, did you see Hostel? I don't really think I have the guts for Hostel, at least not yet. I'll see it probably eventually again. Again, like a lot of films that I've mentioned, again, I'll probably see it eventually. But even for me, I have guts. I do. I've seen Terrifier. That took guts to watch with Terrifier 1 and 2. I don't think I have enough guts to get through Hostel. At least not yet. Maybe, maybe not. Just especially the second one in particular is going to be because at least in the first one's more men. So, the second is going to be really difficult to get through. Hosta, did you see in South Park when Cartman dressed up as Austrian painter for Halloween? It's hilarious. I have not seen South Park, so no. Oh, it looks like right now it says right here we have 7 people watching, so hopefully I'm starting to get some more people in here and I won't have to cancel. Yay! Okay, Drew. Hey everyone, what's up? Great to see you, Drew. Thank you for clicking that link I sent you. Drew, congratulations on hitting 800 subscribers. Thank you. If you cannot stay, that is totally acceptable. Just wanted to make sure that you could possibly be here. And guys, if you all are in here, Hosta, maybe Peter Griffin, don't know. Drew, if you guys have movie YouTube channels, which I know several of you do, please hit that like button and please share this video so I can get some more people in here. It would definitely help. Whew. Drew, I just watched the AI Yankovic story today. Interesting. Never heard of it. Also, what movie do you think will be nominated for Best Picture this year? Oh! Let's see. That's a good question. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2. I'm joking. It's actually going to be Night Swim. Again, joking. We haven't gotten too many films that deserve Best Picture yet. We haven't of all the ones I've seen on here. Like I've seen Unfrosted, Megamind 2, Madam Web. I'm going from least favorite to favorite. Unfrosted, Megamind 2, Madam Web, Rebel Moon Part 2, Scargiver, Lift, and Frankenstein, Lisa Frankenstein, Night Swim, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2, Woody Woodpecker Goes to Camp, The Thunderman's Return. This is in my top 5. This is my top 5 right here of Thunderman's Return, and I only gave it a 3 out of 5. Argyle, again, 3 out of 5. Dune Part 2, Beekeeper, and Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. None of them really deserve Best Picture. Yeah, definitely none of those deserve Best Picture at all. Yeah. Awesome Oscar predictions. Dune Part 2, Megalopolis, Sing Sing, and Joker 2, Blitz. The rest I have no idea. Joker 2 and Sing Sing I have. They're probably going to get nominated. Dune 2 does not deserve it whatsoever. It's going to get nominated for something like Best Directing or something. Or I know it will get nominated for that. Best Picture, no way. It's a blockbuster, and blockbusters are not allowed to. Drew, I meant to say Weird Al Yankovic. Still haven't heard of it, sadly. And yeah, of course I lose viewers. Now I'm at 2. Also, as much as I want Kingdom won't get nominated. Yeah, sadly. It doesn't really deserve to be nominated for best I mean, it doesn't really deserve to get best picture, but I mean, maybe it didn't really do anything. It shouldn't get nominated. I would be furious if the Academy nominated that, but Dawn or War did not get nominated for best picture when those have much more dramatic stuff in it. Like, I would be furious. But Dune 2 will definitely be nominated for Best Picture. The original got nominated for Best Picture and won so much other different stuff. But I doubt it. This one's more blockbustery than the first one. The first one's more dramatic. Plus, the first one was better than the second one. The sequel wasn't as good. But if you also keep in mind that the first one, it was more slow and had much better kind of acting. So this one's more action-packed. So most of the time the Academy ignores action movies because they're stupid. There's a reason why they snubbed Stallone hard in that performance of Creed. That is, I will never forgive them for that. That and the fact that you get a lot of really. They also did some woke stuff wherein, sadly, the person that wins, I think it was best action hero was the person that plays in Hunger Games, the prequel, and she's not even really in an action scene. She's in a scene where people are fighting against each other, but she's hiding during that entire scene, and she manages to beat out Keanu Reeves and Tom Cruise. That was woke. Everyone knew it. There's a reason why people were furious. People didn't actually think that she deserved it. They just wanted to nominate a woman. Costa, if Dune wins, even though I don't think so, you still gotta appreciate it's a win for blockbusters. I'll appreciate that, which is pretty much your movies. They kind of are. I love my movies. I love my blockbusters. Getting all these action, just things being torn apart, like buildings and stuff. It'll be awesome. Yeah, who doesn't love that? Country road, take me home. Mm-hmm. I belong West Virginia, Mountain Mama. Also, the second Dune is much more praised than the first movie by everyone besides you. I know the movie ain't made for you, but no, it's made for me very much. It just has flaws. It is made for me. I should have loved it, and it's basically this first film, and the first one is made for me, and I love the first film. That's a 4.5 out of 5. Don't say it's not for me when it is very much for me. But if Top Gun Maverick could get nominated, so will Dune 2. But Top Gun Maverick was much better than Dune 2. It had much better acting. It had a much better main lead, and Dune 2 had a lot of problems that I was significantly paying more attention to than pretty much everyone else because no one was catching these flaws that were very obvious. And the villain was very underutilized. I'm going to give that a rewatch soon. I have somewhere to rewatch it, so I'm going to rewatch it pretty soon. And I also am going to put up a poll asking which film I should watch next, T2 or Raiders of the Lost Ark. Andrew, what's your favorite comedy movie? Ooh. Probably Ghostbusters or Anchorman or Dumb and Dumber. It's between those three. Hasa, no, Dune 2 ain't made for you. You wouldn't love it else. You just didn't connect with the characters or story. Again, I connected with the characters and story in the first one. Dune 2 is made for me. It just has problems. It is made for me. It very much is made for me. It's a blockbuster taking place in space. It's setting up a sci-fi world. It is made for me. That's the reason why it was in one of my that's why it was in my top 10 most anticipated of the year. I didn't do a list, but it was in my top 10 most anticipated. And probably at the end of the year will be in my top 10 most disappointing of that year. Because, man, I was like, considering what people were calling this film was nothing like it. I'm still convinced that people are not watching the same film I did because there's no way that was a 5 out of 5. And I saw that in theaters, and I'm able to tell you I was very much more negative than most people were. So 4 out of 5 for me, but Oh, thank you for staying, Drew. As long as you can, at least. Drew, keep watch burn comedy movies from the 2000s decade. Pineapple Express, The Hangover, Tropic Thunder. I have not seen any of those, but if I'm taking a guess on which ones I'll like, keep Tropic Thunder, watch Pineapple Express, burn The Hangover. Hasta, you might prefer Dune over Maverick, but Dune 2 is much more praised, much less controversial, and much more of an Oscar movie. Saying it won't get nominated for Best Picture is just crazy. I'm saying it has a chance, maybe, but since it's a blockbuster, it's going to be held back. Maverick was much more praised actually because and wasn't very controversial at all. Dune 2 has controversy. There's people like me on the internet that are saying that it's not a 5 out of 5 because it's not. And it's plus Maverick is much more dramatic and had much more stakes to it. And actually, you care much more about the characters than you do in Dune 2. Plus, there's much more chemistry than there is between anyone in Dune 2. That's one of the problems of Dune 2. I need to redo that review. Make it much longer. Yeah, I could do that probably, but I need to do some things. I need to make a Tarantino ranking. I've got to think. Use this brain of yours. You have to use it for something. Top 10 favorite movie endings, a top 10 most disappointing movies I've ever seen, which Dune 2 could make that list. I need to check. Actually, no, it probably won't, actually. It would have probably been close. If so, it'll be very low on that list, but it will definitely make it, probably. Yeah, it actually has potential to make that list of top 10 most disappointing. But I'll go for a few more minutes and then we will wrap this thing up. But oh, for the love of just because Dune 2 is a movie in space doesn't mean it's for you. It's a really deep story adapted from an old book with some serious social commentary. This story just isn't for you. Again, this story is much more for me than it is for you. I enjoy the deep story. I actually love that story in the book. I've read part of the book. So again, it's very much something that is made for me. You just don't want to admit it because you're trying to dismiss the fact that I don't love it, because you're trying to say that the reason I don't love it is because it's not for me, when it very much is for me. It's just a film that did not work for me as much as everyone else. So there's people that on the line, they're trying to say that it wasn't for me. They're just saying that it's not for me, just to dismiss the fact that and say that my opinion is not valid on it, when it very much is. Asta, how much of the book have you read? A good portion. Asta, I can see Dune 2 isn't for you. It is so obvious. Again, dude, please stop coming in the comments and just saying it's not for me. It is. I love the film. I love the first film. The first one is very much for me. I love the story about it and like all the things with like Paul's arc and stuff. It's just very rushed in the book. I mean, not in the book, in the second film. It's very much rushed. It is for me. I love it in some ways. Again, I said I've seen I've read a good portion of it, most of it. Peter Griffin, do you play games? On my phone? Yes. Yeah, I play them on my phone, really. Not really much else. Yeah, I'll go for a few more minutes. Hostile Ledger, you can't even describe the story of Doom 1. I could if I wanted to. Again. Yeah, I better end this here. I don't want to just keep up this argument just because he loves Doom. I'm just going to end this conversation by just ending this live stream. He knows that that Dune 2 is made for me, and he just doesn't want to admit it because he knows that he loved the film and I don't. So better just end it here before this thing continues. So thank you all so much for being here, and please like and subscribe if you have not already. So I'll answer this question. Peter Griffin, what games do you play on your phone? So my favorites are Snake.io, Monster Demolition 3D, VIP Guard are my favorites. Oh, good Lord. I am being honest to myself. It is made for me. I love aspects of it. I love aspects of the story. That's part of the thing I have written down when I took my notebook there, that I love the story. It is made for me, dude. Just please shut up about this. You know that it is made for me. You just don't want to admit it. Peter Griffin, great live stream. Thanks for being here. Thank you for being here. And yeah, so I better end this thing. So thank you all so much for watching and have a good one.